Well, I think that the labor unions should even frame their conversations better and not narrow it to fighting for the interest of just workers captured in the federal government. You should be fighting for the interest of the working class Nigerians generally, because the policies affect not just people who are employed by the federal government. It affects every working class Nigerian, across the country. The reality is that inflation is becoming unbearable. The
Absolutely.
reality is that purchasing power is dwindling. So these are the realities that the average Nigerian confronts every day he walks out of his house. The question on the table is, it's been 3-4 months since the subsidies were removed. It's been 3-4 months since promises were made to easing the cost of transportation and to tackle the cost of food prices across the country. Unfortunately, we haven't seen the kind of implementation that inspires confidence to say that XYZ is being done to address the cost of food, and XYZ is being done to address the cost of transportation nationally. Now, because the reality is that food and transportation takes over 60% of the average income of the Nigerian. And if you address these two issues, you're likely to cushion the effect that inflation has on the pockets of Nigerians. So for me, rather than wait for CNG buses, which you have to go through series of conversions into those engines. And listen, the plan even says they're going to be converting about 10,000 or 100,000, which is nearly sufficient enough. We have to look for other ways of subsidizing public transportation, not necessarily waiting for the CNG buses. I mean, those are fantastic because the cost of fueling them are a lot lower than buying petrol.
Absolutely.
But you cannot rely on those conversions to subsidize public transportation. You also cannot rely on that to find a way to subsidize the transportation of food and the kind of investment that you want to do in our food system to bring prices down. I think these are the issues that Nigerians are worried about. And I think people are genuinely afraid that if these issues are not addressed, it's going to swallow them up. So you have to have some sympathy for the TUC and for the NLC, who, from where they sit, they see elected people into government appointing hundreds and hundreds of aides who are going to be paid from the national purse. You see videos of aides who are driving in convoys of SUVs on the cost of the Nigerian people. And so if you're living comfortably and you expect the Nigerian people to make sacrifices, it becomes a bit dishonest. So you want to see a lot of prudence, savings, frugality on the side of government for you to inspire confidence in the Nigerian people that we are all going through this together. At the moment, there seems to be a huge dichotomy. It looks like the Nigerian people are going through pain and those who are elected into government are living their best lives. And that should not be the case.